Welcome to the GCSE Maths Advantage. I'm Dr. James Carter, and every episode I'm going to break down one topic, show you where the marks are, and give you a quick win you can use in your next exam, whether you're targeting a grade 7 or pushing for a 9. Let's get into it.
This one question lost more marks than any other on last year's AQA Higher paper, and it's actually easy if you know two things: when to flip the sign and how to show your answer on a number line. Stick with me for the next 10 minutes and I'll make inequalities a marks giver, not a marks sinker.
Here's the plan for today. We'll cover 1. How to solve linear inequalities and the rule about multiplying or dividing by negatives. 2. Compound inequalities and how and versus or changes everything. 3. A simple introduction to quadratic inequalities using a sign method. Then I'll show exactly what to write for marks, give 2 worked examples you can practice with, and finish with a 2-step quick check you should do every time. I'll also tell you what the examiner wants to see at every stage, what you must write to collect method marks.
Let's begin with the foundation, linear inequalities. Think of an inequality like an equation with direction. If I have 3x plus 5 less than 14, treat the less than just like an equal sign while you rearrange. So subtract 5 from both sides to get 3x less than 9, then divide by 3 to get x less than 3. Write that down and pause. You must show each step because examiners award marks for method, not just the final number.
Now, the key rule students forget. If you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you must flip the inequality sign. Example, minus 2x is greater than 6. Divide both sides by minus 2, but flip greater than to less than and get x is less than minus 3. If you don't flip the sign, you lose the correct region entirely. Let that sink in. It costs marks every year.
Next, compound inequalities. If the question says something like 1 is less than 2x plus 3 less than or equal to 7, read it as a chain. 1 is less than 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3 is less than or equal to 7. Solve the left and right separately, but keep them linked. That chain means both conditions must be true at the same time, so your final answer will be a range of x values. Contrast that with or. If the question gives x is less than negative 2 or x is greater than or equal to 5, you end up with 2 separate regions on the number line.
Always finish your algebra by drawing a number line. A number line makes your solution unambiguous. For x less than 3, draw an open circle at 3 and shade to the left. For x less than or equal to 3, draw a filled or closed circle at 3 and shade to the left. Write interval notation too. X less than 3 becomes minus infinity 3. X greater than or equal to minus 2 becomes minus 2 infinity. The examiner wants to see both the algebra and the sketch when the question asks for a sketch or a solution set.
Quickly on simple quadratic inequalities. For questions like x squared minus 5x plus 6 greater than 0, factorize first. Here, x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals x minus 2 times x minus 3. The solution is where the quadratic is positive. Mark the roots 2 and 3 on a number line and use a sign table or test values in each region. Between the roots, the quadratic is negative. Outside the roots, it is positive. So x squared minus 5x plus 6 greater than 0 gives x less than 2 or x greater than 3. This sign test method is fast and examiner friendly.
Common mistakes that lose marks. 1. Not flipping the sign when dividing by a negative. 2. Writing only x equals 3 instead of a region. 3. Using filled circles when you should use open ones. To avoid these, annotate your number line and write the interval notation on the same line as your final answer.
Guided practice time. I'm going to read 2 questions. Pause the podcast if you want to try them yourself, then unpause to hear my worked solution. First question. Solve 4 minus 2x greater than or equal to 10.
Pause now if you want to work it out.
If you tried it, rewind if you need to. Here's the solution. 4 minus 2x greater than or equal to 10. Subtract 4. Minus 2x greater than or equal to 6. Divide by minus 2 and flip the sign. X less than or equal to minus 3. That gives x less than or equal to minus 3. On the number line, put a closed dot at minus 3 and shade left. Interval notation is open bracket minus infinity, comma, minus 3, closed bracket. Write every algebra step, factor or rearrange, then state the final interval, and you collect the M1 and A1.
Second question. Solve x squared minus x minus 6 less than 0. Pause to try this one now.
Solution. Factorize to x minus 3 times x plus 2 less than 0. Roots at x equals 3 and x equals minus 2. Use a sign table or test regions. Pick x equals minus 3 gives negative times negative equals positive, so outside both roots it's positive. Between minus 2 and 3, the signs differ, so the product is negative. Therefore, x is between minus 2 and 3, minus 2 less than x less than 3. Sketch open circles at minus 2 and 3 and shade in between. Interval notation is minus 2, 3. Always write the test point or say sign table so the examiner sees your method. That's the M1.
Quick win. Two-step check you must do every time. Step 1. Test one value from your final region in the original inequality. If your answer was x less than 3, test x equals 0. If the original inequality is true with that value, your region is probably correct. Step 2. Convert your answer into interval notation and write the number line. These two checks take under 30 seconds and catch most careless errors. Don't skip the check.
Rapid mistakes roundup. 3 traps and the exact wording to avoid them. Trap 1. Forgetting to flip the sign. Avoid writing divide by minus 2 gives x greater than minus 3. Instead say divide by minus 2 and flip greater than to less than, so x less than minus 3. Trap 2. Misreading or as and. If the question uses or, never give a single continuous interval unless the regions touch. Trap 3. Mixing open and closed circles. If the inequality is strict, use an open circle and the notation AB. If it includes equality, use a filled circle and AB. Write both the sketch and the interval so there is no doubt.
That's your quick win for today. One sentence recap. Solve algebraically. Always show the flip when dividing by negatives. Sketch a clear number line and state interval notation. That's how you secure the marks. If this helped, share it with a friend who's revising. You'll find more worked solutions and revision resources at jcacademyonline.co.uk. Until next time, trust the process and nail that exam. Stay curious.